pay the $240, I'll give you some time to pay. However, that case is going to generate an automatic 30-day suspension upon that plea. I don't have a city attorney in here right now that your defense counsel, Ms. White, can see if she can to do some advocacy on your behalf and get them to give you another offer. But I can get you another court date, and I would suggest that if I give you another court date, you go get that driver's license. You could potentially come in here with a valid license, and the city attorney may give you some relief with that valid license.
Okay, that sounds just perfect fine. I can do that.
You want to do that? You want to? Do you have anything further to say, Ms. White, or Mr. Green?
No. As long as, because a lot of times I see when Secretary of State sees that there's a pending court case, it's a little more difficult to obtain a license during that period of time until the matter is resolved. But I would ask him to make every effort from now to the next hearing date.
Now, if you want to hold on, I'm going to see if I can call another city attorney in here to see if there's something that we can do further for you, or I can get you that date. That new date would be January 6th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. If you want to sit tight for a little while longer until I get that other city attorney in here, you're more than welcome to do that as well.
Okay, I will do that. I will hold.
All right, we'll hold and we'll see.
Okay.
All right. Corey Law.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Get you download the Zoom app. You have to download the Zoom app at Zoom.us. You click that. Once you click, then you'll be able to.
Let me see if I can get this attorney in here.
Yes. You will.
Hopefully I can get him in here. So let's see. So Mr. Law.
Yes.
And Ms. White, Mr. Law. Okay, that's not in default. That's in default. One of his tickets are in default. They had this is definitely a Michigan defense filing case here. All right, let's call. All right, listen. Everybody's gonna have to mute their devices if I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Mr. Corey Law now, and you're gonna have to mute your device, Mr. I'm gonna mute everybody. You just unmute yourself when I call your name. All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Corey Sebastian Law, case number SP 1164259, counts 1 and counts 2. SX 3835536, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearances for the record, please.
Peter White on behalf of Mr. Corey Law.
All right, Mr. Law, based on I have an offer here that doesn't encompass all of your matters. I'll try to make it a one-stop shop for you so you don't have to come back. And based on the nature of the allegation here, you've been written a ticket for going 31 miles an hour over the speed limit, 100 miles an hour in a 55-mile-an-hour zone. All right, so that's definitely, you need some, in my eyes, some driver improvement. And we have a course called MichiganDefensiveDriving.com, MichiganDefensiveDriving.com. And what's asked of you, and it's totally up to you to take it or not, is to go take this course. It's an 8-hour course online. It's got 14 chapters with a quiz on each chapter and a final exam at the end. And they'll give you a certificate upon completion, and I'll give you some time to do it, but you'll come back in here and we'll have a nice discussion about what you learned from that course. And I will say, this is a 4-point offense. I will say that the more substantive information you bring to the course, the better the offer will be for you. I've seen people convince the city attorney so much, and they did so well and took it so seriously that they had even dismissed their matters. So, with that being said, you have a high hurdle to jump with this ticket here. And you don't have to do it, but if you don't do it, it won't be an offer as it relates to this matter. So let us know what you want to do. And I can get you a city attorney. I can put you in the breakout room with the city attorney. So what the offer is right now, you have driving in an unsafe manner. That's a 2-point offense. You have this limited access 31 miles an hour over. That's a 4-point offense. So that's 6 points on your driver's license. You have a no ops, and you have a license improper. The deal would be to plead to the failure to display and plead straight up to the speeding ticket, and the other matters will be dismissed. That would be the deal today. If you take that course, the deal will get better. So you let me know what you want to do.
I'll take the course.
All right. And then, like I say, be prepared when you come back. I'm going to put the information in the chat, so be prepared to let's have a very good discussion in open court about what you've learned from that course.
So, do I need to write this information down, or y'all gonna?
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm putting it in the chat, so you can take a screenshot of it if you want.
Where I find the chat at?
I'll show you in a second. All right, the chat is down at the bottom. It should have popped up.
Let's do it.
And then I'm going to put my email address in the chat. So what you do is when you get that certificate, you email me the certificate. That way I can have it in your file when you come back. Now,
Okay.
I know you would rather get a license sooner rather than later. Or do you have a license already?
No, I don't. I was in the process yesterday. I came down there yesterday, started paying on my ticket to try to get them back. So, but I'm gonna try to make it happen as soon as possible.
Well, I'm glad, and I think Miss White is glad that you didn't pay these tickets, because if you had paid those tickets, you would automatically have admitted responsibility by making those payments, and you would have had 6 points on your driver's license. So it's best that you didn't do that. Now, Mr. Green here, he's got one count of that one count there. He wants to get his driver's license, and that will automatically generate a 30-day suspension to take that case. So Ms. White just wanted to know if we can do better than that. I'm here with Mr. Rosenthal. He stepped in from the city attorney's office. Ms. White.
Yes, good afternoon, Ms. White. Let me, with these, I just have to get authorization from Shannon to let her know and just see if it's, applicable, but I obviously don't want to hold anyone up, so hopefully we can do something that's a non-moving violation. But let me just check with her.
Or an allowing if you.
Right, allowing.
All right.
Does, Dante usually do that?
Yeah, especially when it's one there, and he indicated that this is his last step to get the driver's license.
That's fine, then I'll do, guilty, and then instead of Bell, just amend it to, that's fine.
Okay, so,
Okay, thank you.
you have that information in the chat, sir.
Okay, I'm
If you give me, I can give you 30 days to complete the thing, but if you want to come in sooner, you give me a date when you can have this done.
Well, I got to take the course. The course you said is an 8-hour course, correct?
Correct.
All right, so I'm gonna get on that today, and see what I need to do to take care of that, and then I'll email you, and as soon as possible, and let you know.
I'm gonna set it for the November 18th date, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. If you complete it sooner than that, then we'll see about getting you in here earlier. Just make sure you email me that certificate upon completion. So other than that, we will, do you have any other questions?
No, sir.
All right, if there's no other questions, then we will see you back at the latest November 18th, 2021.
All right.
All right?
All right.
All right, have a great day, sir.
All right, you too.
This one's ready to go.
All right, Mr. Green, I don't know, I just one at a time.
Oh, absolutely, all right, I'm just gonna, is it okay? to use-
Yes, I'll just text you.
Yeah, just text me, I'll be right here.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Just trying to get some paperwork done.
All right, very well. All right, so, Mr. Green, I'm gonna have you press *6 to unmute yourself, please. Press *6, Mr. Ronald Green, unmute yourself.
Yeah.
All right, very well. We're back on the record with Mr. Ronald Green. There's been a new offer presented based on what you told the court about you being that close to getting your driver's license, and that offer is to be allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. I'll take that under a 3-month delay. I'll go one step further. I'll dismiss the matter completely upon payment of a $240 fine. And that will resolve the case today. Keep in mind, though, you still have a right to a trial, and we can do that. And I will still offer you the opportunity to set it for a pretrial and try to go get a license and bring that license back in here. So you let me know what you want to do. If you want to speak with Mrs. White in the breakout room, I can provide you that opportunity as well.
Okay. Yes, I would like to speak to Ms. White.
Very well. I'm gonna do some checking in right now. Of some people, just to let them know that I know that they're here. I have, a Gibson R4.
Yes, sir.
And who is that, ma'am? What's your name?
Renee Gibson.
Renee Gibson. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Judge.
I have a Ralph Grafton. You're on
Yeah.
mute.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
All right, very well. Except, are you Ralph Grafton? Okay, I see, I see.
Okay.
Then I have a Ralph LaFleur. And I see, I have you checked in. And that seems to be it. Mr. Walter Robert Gray will be next.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes.
This is Matthew Loving signing in. I have to go to work at like 1:30. I'm supposed to be extended. I was just wondering if I was just letting you know that I was present.
You gotta go to work, so we're gonna, Mr. Gray, Mr. Loving's gonna jump you. He's got a good reason.
Sorry about that, you guys.
Oh, don't apologize. You gotta get to work. You're gonna have to pay these fines, so you gotta get some money.
Absolutely. Absolutely, sir.
So let's see, and I'm just joking. You may not have to pay anything. I don't know. So, all right, Mrs. White, did you get to Mr. Green?
Yes, I have.
All right, and well, Mr. Green,
Yes.
I've given you an opportunity to talk with the defense attorney. Ms. White, what does Mr. Green want to do?
Your Honor, I'm gonna ask that this matter be put over for him to make all efforts to obtain his license.
All right, so we're gonna get a pretrial date in January 6, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. Going to try and get a license. If you come back in here with that license, I gotta think things will get much better for you, Mr. Green. If not, they're not gonna get any worse, all right? They won't get any worse. So I'll see you back on January 6, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. Any other questions,
Okay.
sir?
Yes, that's January the what?
January the 6th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No, I don't.
All right, if there's nothing further, sir, you have a very good day. You're free to leave.
You too. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. All right, we have, Mr. Loving here has some matters that are in default, that went into default this year, so we're gonna call all these cases, see. All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Matthew DeMarcus Loving, case number SP 1188641, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1188662. That's right, SP 1188662, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1191273, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1191275. I don't usually do this, but I'll do it this time. SP 997160, counts 1 and counts 2. Those are in default from 2019. SP 997178, counts 1, 2, 3. Appearances for the record, please.
Matthew DeMarcus.
Rita White on behalf of Mr. Matthew Loving.
All right, Mr. Loving, I know you have to go to work, so I'll give you an option. I can set another date for you. I'm gonna have to call the city attorney back in here based on all the cases that are in the file. They don't have a complete offer here for you because what I like to make it a one-stop shop for you. I like to allow you to resolve the matters in one swoop, so you don't have to keep coming back from court and wondering why things didn't get taken care of, right?
Yes,
So,
yes, sir.
want to wait on this offer, or do you want me to give you another court date?
I'll wait on this offer.
You'll wait on the offer? All right. All right, so let me see. Let me make sure that I have everything in order. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 cases. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Get all this stuff resolved.
7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. All right. I'm gonna check them all before he gets.
I get all this stuff done, then I'll have to worry about this stuff.
All right, we gotta keep quiet, sir.
Sorry
Everyone,
about that.
yourselves. Please mute your devices, please.
Okay.
Yes, if anyone is not on the record with the judge, just make sure your devices are muted with the top, bottom left corner. There's a mute button. You can just please click.
Thank you, Ms. White. I appreciate that.
Well,
Let's. Seems like I'm only missing one.
Take you what, 15 minutes?
All right, when he comes in, I'm gonna get an offer and we'll present that to you. Keep in mind, everybody's gonna have a right to a trial. If they don't like the offer, we'll give them a trial date and or you can take the offer. So I'm gonna put that matter aside. And now, Mr. Walter Robert Gray, are you there, sir? You can unmute
Yes,
yourself.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, Judge. I'm sorry, but could I just stay logged on?
Yeah, stay logged on. Just here he comes now. Just give me a minute. Give him a minute to write it up.
Okay.
So, Mr. Gray,
Yes.
I see he needs a whole to offer encompassing all of that stuff there
Okay, just on everything, Your Honor?
on everything.
There, I do see some state, but I'll,
Or we're gonna let him plead to the city of Little Smith State. So
Okay.
we'll do that.
perfect.
What's your birthday, Mr. Gray?
July 17, 2002.
Young man. I can remember when people used to say that to me. Some people in their 70s and 80s still say that to me, but.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so I see two matters here Why do I have an offer for 3? Failure to yield. You signed up yourself for some points on that by paying that ticket.
Right.
So maybe Ms. White can help you out. All right, so let's call the cases. This is the City of Detroit versus Walter Robert Gray Jr., SP 1179668, counts 1 and counts 2. He also had SP 1166911, failure to yield that he paid that matter on that he paid that matter on 9/24/2021, and I'm correct me if I'm wrong. By paying that matter, he signed himself up for 2 points on his driver's license. Appearance for the record, please. You're on mute, Ms. White.
Rita White on behalf of Mr. Walter Gray.
All right. So, Mr. Gray, I'm assuming that you didn't understand the implications when you paid that ticket, right?
No, sir.
Ms. White, can you help him out?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm hoping I don't know if it's possible now to be able to move to set aside the acknowledgement responsible and see if we could package that up with this case.
All right. I'm gonna accept your client's motion. I'm gonna grant your client's motion to set aside the judgment, and for the basis of that I don't believe that you were. Well, let's ask him. Were you represented by counsel when he made that payment, sir?
What you mean by that, sir?
Did you have a lawyer advising you when you made that payment?
No, sir. I ain't know nothing. This is my first time getting tickets for real. I don't know nothing about none of this for real.
So I'm gonna grant your client's your counsel's motion to set aside the default judgment. That way you can relitigate this and potentially avert the 2 points on your driver's license that you signed up for. Whenever you get a ticket, sir, the most important thing to do is to set a court date. Don't just go pay things. When you go pay it, and I understand that you're trying to do the diligent thing and getting the matter and getting ahead of the matter, and I can appreciate that, but that's not always the best thing to do in the court of law. The best thing to do is use the court to your advantage by setting a court date and allowing the system and great attorneys like Ms. White here to do the advocacy on your behalf. It may end up being the same outcome, but a lot of times in this case it won't, because the offer here is already drafted up for you to plead to 1 count of improper plate, and then the other responsible for the blocking traffic for the failure to misdemeanor. Now I'm going to ask you this, sir. Do you have a driver's license?
My driver's license just got suspended.
Do you have insurance on the vehicle that you were driving that day?
No.
All right, so the offer here is pleading to 1 count of failure to, 1 count of improper plates. That's a misdemeanor. I'll take that misdemeanor under a 3-month delayed sentence. I'll dismiss that ticket immediately upon payment of $240 fine, and then plead responsible to the blocking traffic. You've already paid $130 for that failure to yield. I'll charge you $175 for the blocking traffic, give you credit for the $130 paid. You'll have to pay $45 for that, a total of $285, sir. You won't have any points on your driver's license, and you won't have a misdemeanor on your record. You want to take that deal, or you want to go to trial?
I take that deal.
That smart man. Do you want to say something, Ms. White?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can put your hand down. Mr. Gray, do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this misdemeanor is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fine?
Wait, can you repeat that again?
The maximum possible penalty is 93 days in jail and or up to $500 in fines. Do you understand that?
So you asked me like which one I want to choose?
No. I'm advising you, and I want to make sure you understand the implications that I have, the discretion that I have to sentence you if you plead guilty or if I find you guilty of this misdemeanor. As I can sentence you up to 93 days in jail and or up to $500 in fines. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand you have a right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give up that trial right?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what I stated in the record about allowing you to plead to the misdemeanor improper plate, fine $240, taking that plea under the 3-month delay and dismissing that case altogether immediately upon payment, and letting you plead responsible to the blocking traffic, amended count of blocking traffic in lieu of the failure to yield, and finding you $175 for that. Has anybody offered you anything other than that?
No, sir.
Very good. Sir, let me draw your attention back to April 12th, 2021, at around 10:20 p.m. in the area of Linwood and Grant Boulevard, sir. Did you have an occasion on that day to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes.
And were you pulled over for failure to yield the right of way?
Yes, but it wasn't a yield sign by there. It was a stop sign, but it wasn't a yield sign.
Okay, well, it was a stop sign. Did you fail to stop?
No, sir. I was like, no.
Help them out, Miss White. I'm gonna sit you in the breakout room with Miss White, okay? Because I want you to, I really want you, you're 20, you're 19 years old, right?
Yes, sir.
And I just want you to get an understanding of what's going on, because really, I knew you were taken aback when I said 93 days in jail. And you're not gonna go to jail for this. I have no intentions on doing anything like that. But I just want you to realize how important it is for you to have a driver's license, 1, to have insurance on your vehicle, 2, before you get behind the wheel, and what a judge has the discretion to do if you get found guilty of this. Furthermore, I want you to understand that up until I granted that motion that your counselor has made for you, you admitted to failing to yield when you made that payment. Making that payment on civil infractions like this, you get a red light ticket, you get a speeding ticket. As soon as you make that payment on that ticket, somewhere it used to have down there, you're admitting responsibility upon payment. But now that I've granted that motion, we're back to square one, like it never happened. But we have to make a factual basis, and that factual basis has to be accurate, because we don't want you to be pleading to something. We don't want, it's checks and balances everywhere. My job is to make sure that the balls and strikes are called the right way, right? So it's officers out there, it's very well known, there's officers out there that could put cases on people and say they did something they absolutely didn't do. And then there's also defendants out there that say that they didn't do something that they very well did. And it's my job to make sure that you are not the one that, if you're making that claim that if you actually stopped and he said you didn't, then it's my job to make sure that you know you have a right to a trial, and I won't allow you to take the plea if you're saying this officer did something out there that this officer wasn't supposed to do. We'll get a trial date, we'll bring the officer in, and then we'll hash it out that way. So I'm just gonna put you in a breakout room. Ms. White is a very, very, very top-notch lawyer. She's been around the block more times than you've been years living. So talk to her for a minute and she can give you some insight that you really need. It might convince you to go back to law school and get on the side of Miss White and the side that I was previously on and defending a lot of people. So join that room, sir, when I send you the prompt.
Okay.
I know everybody's sitting there thinking this judge just likes to hear himself talk, but actually, I just think when we see young people come into court, and anybody for that matter coming into court, they really have to know what's going on, and it's important to me to let that young man know. All right? I hope so. Let's see who we have next. Mr. Wade Lucas.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, sir. I appreciate your patience.
Good afternoon to you.
I'm not in the, I haven't received, oh, just going to the same one. Okay, thank you.
Same one. Now, these are kind of simple questions that I ask everybody and probably shouldn't ask because it kind of makes you either implicate yourself or not. But I ask it in order to see if we can get a quicker or better resolution to things. And then, so Mr. Wade, Mr. Lucas.
Yes, Your Honor.
Have, and I guess I can ask you this at this point, because we won't go back to the date and time of that, so you're not implicating yourself. Do you have proper registration? Do you have proper plates? Do you have a driver's license?
As far as my driver's license, I had a permit. It expired. My plate, I don't have a plate right now, and yeah.
So, do you have a car?
Yeah, I have a car, but it's down.
Still driving that car? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. All right, listen. What is it going to take for you to bring a driver's license back in here?
I could bring a driver's license because I had my permit. I had 2 permits, but they end up expiring. I was supposed to take a test, but I ended up getting a ticket, so that stopped me from getting my driver's license because I'm in school, so you know.
How old are you, sir? You're 20.
I go to job courts.
You're 20.
Yep.
My mom was just asking, do they still have job corps? I said, I didn't know.
Yeah, they shut it down. The coronavirus thing happened, and they ended up shutting it down. So that really messed up.
Where are you? Are you in Michigan?
Oh yeah, I'm in Michigan. Yeah.
So I see you have. Well, this is not you. This must be your dad.
Yeah, I'm a junior.
Yeah, this is your dad. Where is your dad?
He's somewhere here. I don't really talk to him like that. So.
Tell me to zoom in here too. We can help him get a driver's license. He only has a case. So as it relates to you, I'm going to wait until Miss White gets out of the breakout room with Mr. Gray. And we'll see. Because the offer here doesn't encompass everything either. Let me print this out. Oh, that's your dad too? That's not you? You can throw that out. Oh. You paid a no insurance misdemeanor? I mean, a no proof of insurance ticket?
I believe I did. I paid one ticket. I don't believe what it was, but it was for like $200.
You heard me lecture the other young man about paying those tickets, but this no proof of insurance payment does not generate any points on your license because it's not a moving violation.
Yeah.
Expired plates and no registration. So let's do this. So what's going on with you in Job Corps? What, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh no, you good. By the time I was going there, I was because I was taking up trading and I was taking up cable. So I was about I believe I was 80% done in cable, and then a little coronavirus epidemic happened, and they end up taking everybody out the campus, and on top of that, our cable teacher, he ended up getting a little injury, and he can't teach us no more. So the trade that I'm taking up, I'm probably gonna have to wait on that, if not a different trade. I told him I'm not gonna be able to do a different trade because I took all that time into my trade I got. I'm almost 90%. There's no point of doing another trade.
But before, and let me tell you this, like my father told me, make sure you get yourself a trade. That's the, if you get yourself a trade, you can make money for the rest of your life, right? So you're on the right track. But before you got to drive, before you got to Job Corps, you at some point were going to high school or something. Or what I'm talking about, what led you into Job Corps?
Well, I was living with my mother, and she basically wanted me to live with my father, and he wasn't doing so good, and I started messing up, and I was in and out of high school dealing with him. So yeah, she decided to just put me in Job Corps, and hopefully that just, be better. And it was.
All right. Well, I applaud you. That's good. I mean, it's not, I always say the true test of a man, and I don't know if you've seen Hustle and Flow, you know what I'm saying? Did you see that movie? He said, I'm not talking about just man or woman, I'm talking about mankind is when, it's easy to live or easier to live when everything is going real well and copacetic. It shows your true character when you go through adversity, and like you said you have, and you didn't finish high school and things like that, and now you come out on this side of it and you're almost 90% complete with a trade that's going to get you a very good living for the rest of your life and probably take you on a lot of different places. Myself, I was had the opportunity to go straight from high school to college, and I acted a fool and was getting kicked out. Ended up back on the block, and I told myself this is not the direction I wanted to go into. So I went and got myself a job, and I went part-time to school and finished up at Wayne State University. And then Ford Motor Company called. I went into work there at 23 years old.
Yeah.
That was 96. 2002, I got a trade. I'm a journeyman pipe fitter. And then in 2008, they laid us off, and I said I wanted to go back. I always wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to go back to law school. I did that. I raised my kids. I went to law school full-time, and I went to Ford Motor Company full-time. I finished in 3 years and got my license. And now here, 8 years later, I'm a judge. So I say all that to not brag on my story at all, but just to show you that, what you can accomplish, and it sounds like you're well on your way to doing that. So,
Yeah.
with that being said, let's go back, on the record with Mr. Walter Gray. Let me bring him out the breakout room. And Mr. Gray, we're back on the record with you, and I'm giving you an opportunity to speak with your counsel in the breakout room. And Ms. White, what is Ms. Gray? What is Mr. Gray do?
1 second.
October 28th. Okay.
Yes, we were asking that his matters be set for trial.
Mr. Gray's matters be set for trial.
Yes.
Okay. I would ask if at all possible, Mr. Gray, that you bring a valid driver's license in here. Keep in mind, trial date is the people's burden to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You don't have to do anything. You have the right to remain silent, and they can't, and no one can use that silence against you. But if you bring in a driver's license, that would help your attorney on that day to make a much better case for you. Okay.
Okay.
So is that accurate? You want to have a trial date that day?
Yes.
All right. So I have a trial date, January 6, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. All right.
What the date again, sir?
January 26, 2022. I'm going to set aside default in this matter.
Okay.
And then, so that will all be encompassed, that failure to yield, and then the driver's license never acquired, and the insurance will all run together on that date. All right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right. If it's nothing further, sir, like I say, do everything you can. Hopefully you can get that driver's license and bring it back in here on January 6th. But
Yes,
I'll see you back then at 8:30 a.m.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Okay, you too.
All right. So, Mr. Loving. Is Mr. Loving there?
Yes, sir.
All right. We have finally got an offer. So I believe I called the cases. This is back on the record with Mr. Matthew Loving. And you had a number of cases. I don't know if you made the motion to set aside the defaults, but I'm going to set aside the defaults in these matters so he can be heard on all of them. The offer today is pleading responsible to the let me see. Have all the stuff. Pleading responsible to no, that can't be right. 86413. I'm gonna say, let's amend that to blocking traffic. I think that is already amended. Okay, so plead responsible to the amendment of blocking traffic for fail to signal. That's a $175 fine. No points on your driver's license. It's not even a misdemeanor. It's a civil infraction. As for the other ones, pleading pleading guilty to the amended count of improper plates. To the amended count of failure to display a valid driver's license for driving while revoked, That's a $240 fine. And that's going to trigger an automatic 30-day suspension upon plea. And then pleading to improper plates. That is another $240 fine, and then dismissing all the other matters. So you're looking at a balance of $655 today, and I'll give you some time to pay that, and then any other reinstatement fees, I'll waive all the warrant fees that you may have. So you're looking at about $655. That's what I'm concerned about, but you'd have to concern yourself about the reinstatement fees if you want to get completely clear here in the 36th District Court. You have a right to a trial. You have a right to speak with Mrs. White if you want to regarding it, or you can take the offer.
I'll take the offer.
All right, can you raise your right hand, please?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
I don't think it's a good idea to be driving while you're in court, first of all, and it's certainly not a good idea to be driving when you don't have a driver's license. But I'm going to say that I thought I saw you in the back seat of a car. You know?
I was.
But I don't know. So anyway, sir, you understand the maximum possible penalty is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
I do, sir.
You understand you have a right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give up that trial right?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, sir.
All right, sir, I'm going to draw your attention to April 22nd, 2021 at around 4:17 p.m. in the city of Detroit, the area of 7 Mile and Patton. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day?
Yes, sir.
On that date, were you operating a 2002 GMC, silver in color?
Yes, sir.
And on that date, sir, did a police officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes, sir.
And you couldn't do so, could you?
No, sir.
And why is that?
Because it was suspended, sir.
Very well. I'm going to accept your plea to the amended count of failure to display a valid driver's license. I'm going to fine you $240 in that. Sir, in that same date and time on that 2002 GMC, was something wrong with the plate, sir?
Yes, it was improper, sir.
And how were they improper?
It did not belong to the car.
Very well. I'm going to accept your plea to the straight up to the improper plates. I'm going to accept that under a 3-month delayed sentence. I will dismiss immediately upon payment of the $240 fine. And then, sir, let me draw your attention to a few days before that, for April 15, 2021, around 5:18 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Otter Drive and Santa Maria. Sir, did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day?
Yes, sir.
And were you pulled over because you failed to signal or turn or leaving a signal on when you were turning or leaving a curb?
Yes, sir.
And you were pulled over for that because you actually did fail to signal, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And so I'm going to accept your responsible plea to the amended count of blocking traffic. For that, I'm going to fine you $175. With the stipulation of probable cause, counselor, I'm going to dismiss all the other matters.
So stipulated.
All right, I'm going to waive the warrant fees in all the matters, if there's any, and you're going to be responsible to pay all the reinstatement fees if there's any. I can allow you to pay that. I can allow you some community service, sir. If you want to pay, when can you pay? Or do you want to do community service?
I get paid. I get paid every week, and I just know where I can find.
Well, I'm concerned about $655. When can you pay the $655?
Can I set up like a payment like every weekly for like a weekly payment?
I'm not gonna supervise a payment plan. You just need to give me a date.
Okay, well, this Friday, I will be able to make a date. I may make a payment.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna give you until next Friday, just for the purposes of the system. October 29th, 2021. I'm gonna set this for a review at 8:30 a.m., 8:25 a.m. If you haven't had that paid, then you need to pay it. And I'm talking about, you'll see a $175 balance on there. You'll also see two $285 balances on there. I'm only concerned about $240 of each of those balances, and I'm only going to concern myself about the $175. Everything else will be dismissed. You'll concern yourself with the other $45 of all of those cases in order to get completely clear here in the 36th District Court. And then with that clearance, you can be able to approach the Secretary of State if you don't have any other matters anywhere else in other jurisdictions. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir. I just need email or somewhere I can just shoot the payment. Where do I take the payment directly?
You can come down to the court and pay it. You can pay it at any DivDav kiosk in the city of Detroit, or you can pay it online at 36districtcourt.org. If you don't have that payment in by the 29th of October, I need to see you back on that morning at 8:25 to explain why you couldn't get that in. If you have it paid, then you don't have to show back up.
Oh, absolutely. You have no worries about those payments, sir.
All right, very well, sir. If there's nothing further, have a great day, sir.
Thank you. You too.
All right, Mr. Lucas Wade.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, yeah, Mr. Wade. Same deal, young man, Miss White, that seems to have a lot of things in order, and he's getting them there, right, sir?
Yes, sir.
You know, he's on his way to understanding what he wants to do in life, and almost right there at the doorstep to getting there. He too has paid one civil infraction. So the offer today, and I'm just going to do this myself because let's see. He has really nothing preventing him from what I can see in getting a driver's license. We can set a trial date and deal with it all on the trial date. In the meantime, I'll afford you the same thing that I afforded Mr. Gray in going to get a driver's license and spending this couple of months to get a driver's license. I can allow you to take this offer here. You'll pay $240, and you can get rid of the matters this way. What would you like to do? Or I can let you speak with Mrs. White in the breakout room to help you to navigate that.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I would like to play that that ticket, and then if I can, since I got numerous tickets, right?
Yeah, let's put it all on the record. I don't believe I call this case. This is the city of Detroit versus Wade Allen Lucas Jr. Case number SP 1171565, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1193435, counts 1 and 3. We paid count 2, and then SP 1193491. Appearance for the record, please.
Peter White on behalf of Wade Allen Lucas Jr.
All right. So here's the deal. In the file, it has offering him a failure to display. That's a misdemeanor. It's got implications of a $240 fine and an automatic 30-day suspension on his driver's license. I do not like that resolution for him because he doesn't seem like he's ever had a driver's license. And putting him in that peril with the Secretary of State right away is just not something that we really want to do. He's indicated that he's in Job Corps, he's working toward a trade, he's 90% there, and I have no doubt that he's going to get there for sure. But what I can do is I can have you, just like I did Mr. Gray. I can do him just like I did Mr. Gray. I don't see anything that's holding his license up. We can set a trial date, have him back on January 6th. He can present that license that he gets, and then I'm sure that'll move the city attorney to do a lot better for you. Plus, you've already paid a civil infraction. He may just dismiss everything altogether, but I would like to give you an opportunity to get that license.
Okay.
You want to speak to Ms. White, or you want to take that opportunity to get the license? You can speak to Ms. White anyway. She can help you with some insight.
I'll take that opportunity.
All right, very good. We're going to set a trial date in this matter. (2022) January 6th at 9 a.m. And again, like I told Mr. Gray, it's on the state to prove, it's on the city to prove everything. It's you don't have to prove anything. You don't have to say anything. Yeah, the silence can't be used against you. However, if you can get that driver's license, it would go a long way. If you can come into court and present that driver's license, and I'm guaranteed to go a long way. I'll tell you what, it won't hurt you. It can only help you, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I got one question though. With my driver's license, would I have to have, because I was talking to my mentor in Job Corps, because he called me like every other week and he basically tell me to come up there and do it, but I don't know if I would be able to because I got tickets. When should I just have to go up there and they just let me do it, or would they just see them tickets?
From what, see, none of these tickets, you've taken care of them timely, so there's no warrant fee, there's no reinstatement fee that's attached. Generally, and Ms. White may be able to answer it better, and then put it this way. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to go do it anyway. And okay. That if you're not gonna be penalized for if you come back to us and say, listen, and you know, what you bring, you want to document everything you do. Document everything you do, but listen, I couldn't get it because of these tickets. Here, Judge, here's what they gave me from Secretary of State. But from the way I understand it is, you shouldn't have to, you should be able to go and get that license because these are just allegations now. You haven't pled guilty. Nobody's found you guilty. This doesn't necessarily have to be you. Sometimes people get their names taken away, but you do have to do what you did is come in timely so these stuff don't get set in default and this stuff doesn't get warrants out for you or anything. Just keep your court date. All right? And if you find yourself in that situation and before January 6th, call the court and let us know. I'll give you the court number. Let us know, so we'll know on January 6th what to do, or we may just pull your file in and we can make another resolution for you. All right.
And that's the next court.
Now, January 6th is the next court date. You have an ink pen, sir?
No, that's about it.
No, do you have an ink pen? I want you to take the court number down too.
I don't think so. I gotta. Can I go get one real quick?
Certainly.
Okay.
All right. Next up is going to be Mr. Jason Ward.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good afternoon, sir. I appreciate your patience.
Oh, you're right. I'm ready.
All right, 313-965-2402.
Okay.
So call us. I know this creates a lot of extra work for my clerk, Ms. Nash, but she indicates that she's willing to go, and we're all in this courtroom willing to go the extra mile to make sure that everybody we're being fair and reasonable to everybody, and everybody gets the adequate opportunity to be heard. All right.
Sounds good.
All right. So if there's nothing further, the order today is to go get that license and to continue on and with that trade and come back and bring us some good news on January 6th. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Have a great day, sir.
You too. Hold on. Do I gotta go to the break room and talk to her?
No, not if you want, not unless you don't know. I think you're fine.
Okay.
You're all right, aren't you, Miss White? Yeah, you're fine.
Yes.
All right. Have a great day, sir.
You guys be blessed. Thank you.
Are you? All right. Let's, Mr. Jason Lamar Gore. This is the city of Detroit. I have two matters from 2019 that are in default for Mr. Gore. What's your date of birth, sir?
July 13th, 1984.
All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Jason Lamar Gore, case number SP 105-2044, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1190967, counts 1, 2, and 3. And SP 1191281. Appearance for the record, please.
Peter White on behalf of Mr. Jason Gore.
And here we are with another file that doesn't have an offer that encompasses everything, but we're going to see what we can do. I'm going to set aside the defaults in the two cases that were back in 2019. Mr. Gore, what about your driver's license? I see you probably don't have one, correct?
Correct. I got them suspended when I had those tickets this year.
No, you got them suspended before then. You knew they were suspended when you got the tickets this year.
Correct.
Because you got them probably suspended for those tickets in 2019, those civil infractions, a dirty plate and an expired plate on when you were getting set to hang out on New Year's Eve. Right?
Correct.
You remember that day?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so with that being said, let's run his driver's license, please. Mr. Gore. What's your driver's license gonna look like, sir?
Well, right now, I mean, with those tickets, I've been, trying to make payments on tickets. I'm talking
about overall.
Overall, I don't really think I got no points on my license because I cleared them up.
Any other jurisdictions you have driving issues in?
No, Your Honor, just Detroit.
Computers run out of paper, sir. went a long spell without getting pulled over. So let's offer him a improper plate and a blocking traffic. $240 fine, $175 fine, and I'll dismiss the misdemeanor improper plate. That's going to be an amended count of improper plate for upon payment of the $240. You have a right to a trial. You can go to trial on all this. I can get you a trial date, or you can take that offer, resolve it, and you can talk to Ms. White in the breakout room if you need some extra clarity on it.
I'll take the offer.
All right, sir. Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can put your hand down, sir. Sir, you understand the maximum possible penalty for these offenses are 93 days in jail and or $500 in fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you have a right to a trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand by taking this offer, you're gonna give up that trial right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so let me draw your attention back to April the 22nd, 2021 at around 12:07 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Buffet and Garfield. And did that, on that date and time, sir, were you operating a 2005 Jeep?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
And on that date and time, did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did that police officer, was there something wrong with the plates on that vehicle, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
What was wrong with those plates?
The place, it was expired.
All right, I'm gonna accept your plea straight up to improper plates, and I'm gonna fine you $240. I'm gonna take that under a 3-month delay. I'm gonna dismiss immediately upon payment of the $240. I am going to, let me draw your attention I said blocking traffic, but we'll go with this dirty, obscure plate. You plead straight up to that. The improper on December, I'm gonna draw your attention to December 31st, 2019 at around 9:58 a.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of Caldwell and McNichols. On that day, did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes, Your Honor.
And, well, let's say, you had something wrong with the plate on that vehicle. You were driving a 2003 Chevy on that day?
Yes, Your Honor.
And it says improperly displayed, dirty, or obscure plate. What was wrong with the plate on that vehicle?
The plate, it was to my old vehicle.
To your old vehicle. So I'm going to find you responsible as charged, and I'm going to fine you. You already paid you've already paid something toward this. The total fines were $228. I'm just going to order you to pay the rest of the $159. So that'll be $240 plus $159. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to dismiss everything else. So when can you pay, sir?
I can start paying it today. Actually this week I get paid. I can have it done by December the 15th.
December the 15th?
Probably a little early, probably by no,
I'll give you December 15th. Go ahead.
okay.
2021. I'm gonna set it for review, 8:25 a.m. If you haven't had it paid by then, you need to come back in. I don't want you to lose this 3-month delay. December 15th, 2021. Review on that morning. Well, let's see what the 15th is. Because it might not be. No, let's say December 14th.
Okay.
December 14th, 2021, 8:25 a.m. With stipulation of probable cause, Counselor, I'm going to dismiss all the other matters.
So stipulated.
All right, very well. If there's nothing further, have a great day.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Let's see who's next. Gibson.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you for calling Commercial Life Insurance Company. This call may be monitored for quality control purposes. Did you know that you can make a payment for your policy on the web? Just go to
Background. Is that you, Miss Gibson?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Yeah, but you got a lot of extra stuff going on in the background.
It's off now, Your Honor.
All right. This is the city of Detroit versus Renee Gibson, case number SP 11913891.
Yes, sir.
Please.
Rita White on behalf of Miss Gibson.
All right. Ms. Gibson, do you have current registration now?
Yes, sir.
Can you show the court that, please?
Yes, sir. Let's see, insurance, so license. Oh, Lord. This is not part of insurance.
Show us that insurance. That's even better.
Thank you. Can you see?
Now you got to hold it up closer than that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Hold it up a little higher. Now there, let's see. Let's see. Push it again close one more time.
Okay.
Good. You almost had it right there. Let's see, 2007.
Right there.
Okay, very well. Your case is going to be dismissed, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Very much welcome. Have a great day.
You too. How do I get out?
I'll kick you out.
Thank you.
All right. All right, let's see. Grafton. He's still asleep.
I'm here.
He's gonna wait. I'm here.
You've been asleep all afternoon.
Just been paying attention, Your Honor.
I got you. At the plant, we used to say we were praying. This is the city of Detroit versus Ralph Joseph Grafton, case number 217-288-531 and 217-288-541. Mr. Grafton, do you have a valid driver's license?
Your Honor, I have my permit. I'll go on to take my road test on October 27th.
All right, here's the deal for you, sir. Blocking traffic, $175 fine, will dismiss the other matter. That's
Okay.
for, you need to take that road test. They got you driving the wrong way on a one-way street.
Right. Right.
All right. So blocking traffic, you want to take that deal, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we'll dismiss the other matter. Got also on here, I guess it never made it to the system. The failure to produce evidence of insurance, but we'll just take the two. Let me print these out. All right. So Ms. White, your client stipulates to the face of the ticket has an accurate factual basis for the stop for the responsible plea for the blocking traffic.
So stipulated.
All right, based on that stipulation, I'm going to find you responsible for blocking traffic. I'm going to fine you $175. That amounts to basically almost like an expensive parking ticket. That won't abstract to the Secretary of State, nor is it a misdemeanor. It's just a civil infraction. There's no other record made of that, and that's really no driving implications or anything. And with this, with stipulation of probable cause, I'm going to dismiss the other matter.
So stipulated.
When can you pay, sir?
How long can I have?
How long do you need?
About 2 months, sir.
2 months?
I'm on disability. I'm not working. I'm disabled.
All right, based on that, we'll say December 20th, 2021. We'll set this for a review too. If you haven't paid on that day, you need to check back in at 8:25 on December 20th, 2021. If you paid, you don't have to come back. You don't have to show back up.
Okay.
All right, have a great day, sir. Nothing further.
You also, thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. LaFleur.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now it has you going to Michigan defensive driving for doing 26 over the speed limit.
I don't think I was going that fast, Your Honor. I had just pulled out of the driveway, picking up some parts for my.
I don't need to hear that, sir.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
what you need to tell Ms. White. Let's see. Now, if you want to take that to trial, we'll hear all that day. But you heard me talking to everybody else. You gotta.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
This is not the time and date for that. This is the time to get an early resolution. And if you want to take it to trial, I can certainly give you a trial date. So.
No, Your Honor.
So I have.
I'd rather have an early resolution.
Three cases in front of me, and you had a blocking traffic back in 11/1/2014 that you've never finished paying. That was a speeding ticket as well. That they admitted to blocking traffic. You paid Another ticket here. Paid another ticket here, disregarding the red signal. I think you do need some driver improvement, sir. I think you do need some driver improvement. You got 26 to 30 over. I'm hoping this is going up Burke Road, but it's got 58 to 30. He was clocked, and they even give the device Stalker DSR is the device that they use. So, you know, then furthermore, he got, and this albeit is 2014, he got a speeding ticket. Then he got, more recently, 2019, disregarding an amber signal that you accepted responsibility for because you paid it. So you admitted guilt in that situation. Run his driver's license, please. Okay. Mr. Ralph Martin LaFleur. Another blocking traffic. When I see that, I can only, that's another 11 to 15 over. That was amended to blocking traffic. Another disobeying a red signal. Another disobeying a red signal. Driver's license is valid. Disregard the traffic control device and what's this? I mean, are you one of the ones that just blows through stop signs and just impatient and just go and just run stop signs, run red lights?
No, Your Honor. I have been a little careless in the past, but as you can see, those tickets are coming far and few in between right now.
Those tickets shouldn't be coming at all.
I agree.
And I'm not even counting the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other speeding tickets that were 5 over. And then that was say an actual speed, so I'm not even counting those that were in other jurisdictions. 2 accidents in the last 7 years. Yeah, I want you to, and it's just that there's no offer here in the file. It's a Michigan defensive driving course, sir. I'll give you credit for, we'll dismiss the license improper because you have a license. Do you have a valid, insurance?
Yes.
You have valid insurance, you produced that on the day. Your biggest hurdle here is this 26 to 30 over, that's a 4-point offense. And you can take the driving course. You can, I give you the option to do that. You can come back in here. You can let us know what you learned, give me that certificate, and we'll get you an offer on that day. You want to do that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I don't know if you know how to operate this chat room. I'm gonna put it in the chat. So you make sure that you take the right course. You can either write this down or screenshot it. And I'm gonna put my email address in the chat. I'm gonna make some notes. Bring proof of insurance to your next court date. You have a valid driver's license is valid. That should take care of the 2 misdemeanor tickets. I will, that should take care of the misdemeanor tickets of driver's license improper. And it'll take care of the other ticket of no insurance civil infraction. And you come in here and you give some substantive information on what you learned from that driving course, you can potentially avert the 4 points and get a blocking traffic. That's going to be on you and what you bring to the course and what you bring to the court. All right, sir?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so did you get that information?
Proof of insurance and a valid driver's license.
No, take the course. It's an online.
Yes.
You have that in the chat? It's www.michigandefensivedriving.com, and you need to please select the Detroit defensive driving option, and then my email address. Do you see that in the chat, sir?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
So down at the bottom of your screen is a chat button. It should have a red little thing there indicating that it's some messages. So if you press that, another screen will pop up to the right, and you'll see that stuff being said.
Okay, yes, I see it, Your Honor.
Can you screenshot that? Because you need to put that www.michigandefensivedriving in just like that.com in, because we want you to take that particular course.
I'm writing it down now.
You do?
I'm writing it down.
All right, and then my email address is there. Make sure you put the SEAN period, PERKINS at 36districtcourt.org. You send me that certificate when you complete the course. Since you have a valid driver's license, I'm gonna have you back on January 6th, 2022. Yes.
I'm sorry. Did we call this case?
You say January 6th?
January 6th, no, and we didn't. Okay, this is the city of Detroit versus Ralph Martin LaFleur. Case numbers SP 1192134, counts 1, 2, and 3. I think we did, but that's it. All
Rita
right.
White on behalf of Mr. LaFleur.
All right, thank you. So we've had a lot of conversation off the record. Mr. LaFleur is going to take the Michigan defensive driving course. I told him off the record to bring proof of insurance on his next court date. I do have a proof of valid driver's license. I told him upon completion of those courses, I'll dismiss those 2 cases and we'll just deal with the 26 to 30 miles per hour over the speed limit. I told him that right now he's looking at a 4-point offense. Completion of that course, and it's going to get him something less than a 4-point offense for sure. But bringing that substantive information about what he learned and being prepared to have some dialogue on that on January 6th could potentially get him all the way down to blocking traffic. And I've seen the city attorney dismiss the case altogether. If you bring a lot of information and you really impressed by what you've done. So I suggest that you take notes on that course. I gave him a pretrial date of January 6, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. He doesn't have any need to go do the course any sooner necessarily because he does have a valid driver's license. But again, if you wish, I can allow you to finish the course and you come in here and send me that information and we can hear the tickets ahead of that time if necessary. Do you have any further questions, sir?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have the information to the course and where to send the stuff?
I don't have your information.
I sent it in the chat as well. I'll send it again.
Okay.
And you know, I always say, and I'm not saying that you're responsible or not now, but I know you probably have kids, Mr. LaFleur, and they probably have kids. You probably have grandkids, or if you don't, you know people, and you know people with grandkids and young kids. You know, it's really, you know, it would be a travesty if you're driving the speed limit, 25 miles an hour, and you accidentally hit a kid that darts out in the street that can seriously injure or kill one of those kids. And I know I don't have to explain this to you, but I like to put things in perspective. If you're driving 26 or 30 miles an hour over the speed limit, as the allegations suggest, just imagine what that kid's chances are, or anybody's chances are, for living, getting hit at that rate of speed. So a lot of times we're, as human beings, we want to, you know, we're running late. We want to make sure we get places on time, but we have to have regard for everybody else on the road and people walking around and handling their business, because if we come into a situation that you hit somebody like that, then it's almost unforgivable for the family members. It's almost unforgivable for them, and then it's something that you'd have to live with in the rest of your life. And then even outside of that, we think that we're getting somewhere quicker, and we need to hurry up and get there. But what did that get you? That got you stopped by the police, probably took another 30, 40 minutes off your day right there, and you didn't get to any place any quicker. So I say all that to say, if you are speeding out there like that, please slow down.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Anything further, sir?
No, sir. No, Your Honor.
Have a very good day, sir. I'll see you back January 6th.
Okay. Thanks.
Bye. All right, Ms. White. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
And it's always a pleasure having you here.
You too.
And Mr. Williams Law, I appreciate you as well. If it's nothing further from me, you guys are free to leave.
Okay, have a great one. Great week. Rest of the week.
Feel better.
Thank you.
Bye.